Taurus! What's up, yo? It's time for a reading for you guys. You beautiful beast, you sexy beast. Shout out to my boy Jesse. Shout out to all the Tauruses out there. There's so many of you. You're beautiful, strong, dedicated energy. It was represented by this bull, but it's actually an ox is what it's supposed to be. But we've just kind of settled with it being a bull. It's an animal that has this extra bit of strength. Hence, like a bull dog, any breed that has bull in it is going to be harder to break, harder to control. But once confidence is built between the two parties, Taurus can be a wonderful asset to have on your team. Let's say at work, for instance, and they make great comrades. If you were in a bunker about to go to war, you definitely want a Taurus in the pit with you. Steadfast energy. Now, some people say it's stubborn energy, and I have known one in particular Taurus that I grew up with. We'll just say John. And John was, he always had to be right. Now, Taurus, I don't think you guys always have to be right. But I'll tell you what, stubbornness can be turned into a positive, and that is steadfastness. That is somebody that does not shake. You know who your friends are when the tree gets shook. So anyway, let's do a reading for you. What's going on with Taurus for the remainder, for the second half of August? What is going on? What kind of energies can we expect? 3 more shuffles and let's begin. 1, 2, and 3. I'm not going to take the underneath card in the reverse because that is not something that I recommend. Okay, so give me a second here to look these cards over, Taurus. Wow. Damn, man, there's a lot going on with you, Taurus. We'll definitely need clarification when we get to the final outcome of this reading, but let's start with this. Taurus, there is a boss. There is a daddy, a big daddy. Could be an Aries. As you can see, the 2 rams, fire energy. The Emperor is a big daddy, big dick energy, some people call it. Because whether or not he's a father, he is a boss. He is somebody that you don't fuck with. I don't know who this is, but it is underneath this reading. Okay? Take it how it resonates, as they say. Where you are at this time is you're moving on to calmer waters. You're trying to get to a place of serenity. I'm channeling Testament Serenity. Look it up. It's a pretty cool track. But you're trying to find that. For some of you, it's actually sobriety. It just hit me right now. For others of you, you're just trying to there was something going on, and I can see what it was. for sure, in the past here, and some people call it the recent past, and in this case I could see it being recent, but it is, you got to a point to where I think you got so much shit on your plate and so many burdens that you got to this point to where you said, enough is enough. God, I'm giving you everything I have. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this on my own. I have too much on me. I release this. I give this to you, God. That had to have been what's on your mind. That would have been on my mind with all that on you, because you could see it was a lot. And as a result of it, there's something about paying dividends out. Some of you had to pay out of pocket. Some of you could have got jacked on something. You may have huge debts. Interesting. Now, your challenge in this season is the Seven of Cups. And I love Rider-Waite-Smith artwork because we go back to the basics. We go back to the basics. In all of these options and choices that you have, that you are faced with, many of these cups are filled with deception, with things that are not good for you, things that could end up being toxic for you, could restrict you in some way, could not be for your higher good. You feel me, Taurus? That is your challenge. Not only is it all these options and choices, but I feel that it could be many coming at you in succession. In other words, one fucking thing goes down, and as soon as that thing is over or whatever happens, boom, here's something else. Down in your subconscious, down deep in the 5D. This is where dreams are born. This is where something that is much higher than you lives. And look at the card in this position. The High Priestess. The card that speaks to your higher understanding, your higher self. And attached to your subconscious. Oh, focus, baby. There we go. The Five of Wands. The struggle that we find ourselves in as a result of free will and choosing to bite into that apple. We chose to be free. And as a result of this freedom, God says there is a struggle. The second law of thermodynamics. We are going to die. We are on a timer. I mean, I remember being in my teenage years like it was yesterday. And here I'm 54 years old. Time flies so fast. But we are in this struggle with others. And this struggle can manifest itself in many ways, but rest assured it is always going to be there. There's never going to be a time when we are not going to be in a struggle. As long as there is free will, there will be a struggle. What lies before you is, I hate to say it, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, Taurus. But let me tell you something. This reading is not just for Taurus. It's for all of us. This reading is for everybody, but it is for Taurus specifically. But this fits me. What lies before you, what did we just say, is in your subconscious. The struggle. The struggle is real. Well, what lies before you is the Three of Pentacles in reverse, which is people that are not working together towards the pinnacle of stability. So in other words, they're working against you. What must you do to succeed? Spirit says, continue to be nice. Boy, I could see this being more for like a work situation. You could be at work and you have to be nice. You have to play nice. You have to play politics when you're at work. if you work, you know, if you don't work for yourself. Maybe this is neighbors, but whatever the case is, they are not working with you. And Spirit says, you want to succeed, be nice, play nice. That's all you can do. Because you can't control them, can you? We can't control other people. They have a free will, and they may choose to do some bullshit. And I know people like this. I know exactly. It just hit me. Guys that you work with sometimes, instead of working together towards the pinnacle of stability, they choose to work in offense. Different departments working against each other and shit, you know, because it's us against the office. It's us against customer support. I mean, you just, there's so many scenarios out there that it would be impossible to mention every one of them. But use your imagination. Play nice. Play by the rules. Page of Cups. What is affecting this situation external to you? Now get this. This is wild. There it is. Queen of Pentacles in reverse speaks to somebody that does not have confidence. Now, this is what's really weird. Whoever this person is that does not have this confidence, they are affecting the scenario, this situation, but they are not, they are external to you. So this is a person, whoever it is, they're not necessarily part of your group. Could be a parent of somebody that you're dealing with. It could be a dependent of somebody that you're dealing with. It could be another employee of somebody that you're dealing with. But whoever it is, they're a fucking insecure son bitch. If it's a, you know, I mean, I hate to say it, but if it's like a coworker kind of thing, you know, I swear to God, you know, drama at work has got to be the number one thing that we all deal with, because unless you don't work or something, but if you work, you got to deal with other energies and shit. I feel sorry for all the people that don't work and that are going to have to work, because Trump is going to make everybody go back to work is what's going on. We've gotten so damn lazy that I'll tell you right now, if it wasn't for the Mexicans in Des Moines, nothing would get done in that town. Same thing in Ames. I'm up in Iowa. Pretty much every big city, you go around this country, every big city, if it wasn't for the Mexicans, you wouldn't even have a city. At the exact same time that statement is true, what's going to happen is, unless you are here legally, you are not going to work here, and it's going to force everybody using the government, using welfare, whatever, it's going to force people to go back to work, and it's going to be a motherfucker. But you are going to have more energies to deal with, and a lot of them are going to be babies, because they don't have any self-confidence. So there's that. What are we going to do? We got to get shit done, you know? And half the people out there, they'll cry. I mean, like right now, part of the reason, I mean, well, my particular company, we don't have this problem too much, but it's getting better. But it's getting better because the rates of, you know, they've had to pay more to get help, you know. And so if they could get away with getting cheap labor, they would. Don't get it twisted. My company doesn't have the moral high ground, but they're not beyond doing some stupid shit and wasting money on shit that doesn't need to get wasted on and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, we've had people where if a supervisor tells them something, they start crying and shit. I mean, people are soft as can be, you know, and it's not, I'm not putting anybody down, but that's just where we are at this time. Shit, I grew up in a time where I mean, I had to work. As soon as I was able to stand, I was pretty much working. We worked in the fields. I had a paper route. I worked for the school district painting schools. I mowed lawns. I mean, we did, during the spring break, if you were a Latino growing up in West Texas, you were working in the fields, man, burning up all that hard labor that the white people don't want to do. No offense, okay? But, so yeah, we got a problem. But things have to be done right, and I get why Trump is doing what he's doing. I totally get it. I don't know exactly what Trump is doing or what he's thinking. I think it's kind of smart that he did this deal where basically you can't, have you guys heard about this thing with the driver's license and everything? Well, you know what I've always heard through the years? Like, I'll meet somebody that does not have a job, and I'll say, well, why don't you have a job? I don't understand. What do you do? And, oh, well, I need a car to drive. Well, but then they don't have a driver's license or something like that. So it's just one hurdle of many of people being able to say, well, I don't have a fucking driver's license, so I can't drive. No, you can still drive. I wish there was a way that there would be transportation, and maybe that gets into more localized government, getting a bus or a bus system in place. But there should not be an excuse. I'm sick and tired of hearing people making excuses, man. We are so soft in this country right now. And it's all been in my lifetime, because growing up, it was not like this, and most of the people that I know are not lazy. That's why I say all these people that are out there protesting all this shit about the deportations and everything, they're not anybody that I know, because I don't know anybody that would be defending such a thing. There's no reason why you can't go right across that bridge and go through customs and go through like everybody else has to do. This person is affecting your situation somehow, and this energy that they are bringing to the table is somehow affecting you. Okay? I don't know what it means exactly. Only you know. Now, in your overall projected outcome, Strength card in reverse, which speaks to needing strength. You may feel weak. You may feel that you don't have the power to change something. And you know what? You don't. You don't have the power to change it. So admit it. Isn't that what they tell you guys, and those of you that are in recovery and stuff? It's all part of the process, right? Releasing something, letting it go. You can't change everything. You can't change everybody else. All I can change is me. So embrace it. Yeah, I don't have the power to change this shit. I got people that are fucking working against me, man. Now that right there is your message if you look at it. In your subconscious, in your hopes and fears, there's all this fucking struggle. And in what you are facing at this time, what lies before you, or some people call it what you don't see coming, which I feel like you see it coming, because you see it coming here in your subconscious. Something is telling you, something may even be telling you that there's people contriving. There are people against you. You ever come up on somebody and you they act weird, they act like something's wrong, it's like something's off. That's your intuition telling you. Your intuition telling you that somebody is stirring the pot, somebody's talking shit, somebody's trying to stir up division, strife, to bring you down into the depths of hell. Don't let them do it, Taurus. Don't let them do it. Let's get some advice. What can Taurus do? What's going on also? Let's get clarifier on this Emperor. Oh my goodness. Take a look at that. There is a power couple on the board. I don't know if it means anything, but the Empress and the Emperor, there is a power couple on the board, okay? Now, but I want to know, we could use, okay, let's just use that. That was our, now there's another power couple. Spirit says, you want to know what, you want to know about confirmation? Here's your confirmation. The counterpart to the card that you're asking about pops up. And just when I was about to say, well, let's try something else, Spirit breaks this one out on me. The Hierophant, which is the counterpart to the High Priestess. Some of you don't know that, but that is the counterpart. That is a power couple right there that you were looking at. So yeah, there's that. So we know what that's about. Okay, so now, what about... Oh, this was... Okay, so what about... What else can we do here, Spirit, as far as this this advice here of being nice, playing by the rules? Being nice, playing by the rules, extending a warm-hearted gesture. What else does Taurus need to do? What would be in Taurus's best interest in this situation? Another 3. A 3 of Cups in reverse. Be nice even though you know that these motherfuckers are doing shit behind your back. And they act like they like you. Motherfuckers, man. I hate bitches. I'm not gonna lie. I hate bitches. But everywhere you go, it doesn't matter. Everywhere I've worked, in my industry, I've worked in about 6 different systems across 4 different states. And I can tell you, there's always a bitch in the team. This motherfucker could be a Queen of Pentacles in reverse, a fucking insecure little bitch. I'm not gonna lie, that's what I feel from this reading. I feel like there's something at work going on, and this Emperor is a fucking boss that ain't... I don't know what's going on, why he's not doing anything, or if that's the case, if he is a boss. But if he's not, he's an Aries, or he's a father. Now, for some of you, this is just on top of all this. This is God's way of saying, on top of all this, by the way, your dad, you know, X, Y, and Z. Maybe you need to get a hold of him, you need to call him, something like that. Do not be afraid, Taurus. Give it to God. If you found yourself getting resonated with this message, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you could be alerted when I upload new videos. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.